Y'all not gone believe this one? Things just got crazy in the OTF camp. Word on the street is, Lil Durk's legal troubles just took a sharp turn for the worse. And now, insiders say the betrayal came from someone inside his own inner circle. That's right, somebody Durk trusted like Family Mave just flipped the whole script. And fans are shocked. We talking about sealed court documents allegedly getting leaked. Close affiliates being subpoenaed, and whispers of secret deals being made behind closed doors. And get this, folks are pointing fingers at a name nitrogen monoxide once saw cumin. Now, Durk's been moving silent since his last court appearance, but behind the scenes, emotions are running high. OTF is reportedly divided, and insiders say there's been heated arguments, people going ghost, and one member allegedly snitching to save himself. Durk's been posting cryptic messages on Instagram, token betrayal, loyalty, and karma, and fans are piecing it all together like detectives. This ain't just rap beef or internet cap. This could shake up everything. Could OTF really be crumbling from the inside out? Could this be the final straw in Lil Durk's already messy legal battle? Stay locked in. It's about to get real ugly, so look. This all started about 3 weeks ago when Lil Durk popped out in Chicago for what was supposed to be a private family visit. No cameras, no security entourage, just Durkio on his low-key vibes. But what was supposed to be a peaceful return to his roots turned into pure chaos within hours. Word started circulating fast that he wasn't just back in the city to see his people. He was meeting with his legal team behind closed doors about a new indictment that could potentially reopen one of his past cases. Yeah, that one. But here's where it gets wild. According to multiple insiders, Durk had received an anonymous tip just days before his trip, somebody close to him. Someone in OTF was talking. And we're not talking about blog gossip. We're talking about sealed depositions, backdoor meetings with prosecutors, and one name in particular being thrown around. Someone fans been speculating on for a while now. Memo 600. Now, at first, folks brushed it off like just more internet noise, but Durk's behavior that week was different. He canceled 2 studio sessions, pulled out of a brand deal last minute, and even posted a black screen to his Insta story with just the word karma. That's it. Just karma. And his fans, they started connecting the dots immediately. Twitter was on fire. Reddit threads went into detective mode. Everybody was a skin. Who crossed Durk? Who's really behind this betrayal? Behind the scenes, tensions in the OTH camp were already high. People close to the situation say that ever since King Von's death, the family never fully recovered. Some members started moving funny. Loyalty started looking like strategy. And money. It made things messier. Folks who were once ride or die started asking questions Durk didn't like. And according to one very close source who spoke anonymously, Durk started to feel like people around him were switching up for survival. The real drama kicked off the night after Durk's closed-door legal meeting. He reportedly hosted a private dinner at an upscale spot in the West Loop. Nothing big. Just his core circle, the day ones, the ones he still trusted. But according to a waiter who served them that night, the vibe was tense. Barely any smiles. Phones face down, drinks untouched. And one person allegedly left the table mid-dinner looking real shook. That person. Feed. Now here's where it gets real messy. Less than 48 hours after that dinner, a clip leaks online. Audio only. Grainy and distorted, but it's enough to recognize a few voices. And one of them sounds a lot like OTF. Taken about a situation from 2019 involving a certain altercation outside an Atlanta nightclub. You remember the one where Durk was originally facing attempted murder charges. The one everybody thought was closed. But now, this audio had fans asking, was somebody trying to reopen the case from the inside? Durk's team immediately went into shutdown mode. No statements, no tweets. Even his close friends stopped posting. And that's when fans knew something was really up. People started digging. Rumors started spreading fast. Some said Deed was forced into a witness room. Others claimed Memo 600 had been secretly cooperating for months. And then, just when things couldn't get worse, a Chicago blog posted court documents with redacted names and highlighted quotes. One of the quotes: "The individual had inside knowledge of the incident and placed Mr. Banks at the scene." Yeah, that part. This set the internet on fire. Fans were divided. Some refused to believe it, saying Durk was being set up. Others were convinced this was what he meant by karma. But while the fans argued, the real drama was unfolding inside OTF, according to an insider. Durk called an emergency meeting with his closest affiliates, no phones, no recordings, sit down at a secret Airbnb in Naperville. Only 7 people were invited. Out of those 7, 3 reportedly didn't show up. And Durk? He was furious. One person who was there said Durk slammed his phone on the table and said, "One of y'all looking at time and trying to trade my name to save your own." Everybody went silent. The tension. You could cut it with a knife. And this is when things allegedly got physical. Someone, name still unconfirmed, stood up and started yelling, saying Durk was paranoid and accusing the wrong people. Another member reportedly tried to calm things down, but was shoved. A chair got flipped. Voices were raised, and Durk. He walked out. That night, Durk unfollowed 3 OTF members on Instagram. No warning. No explanation. Just boom. Unfollowed. And if you know anything about this game, then you know. That's a statement. Fans caught on within minutes and started flooding the comments of those members. One of them even went live trying to explain, saying it was just business, but his voice? Shaky. Real shaky. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Durk's legal team was in overdrive. Not just dealing with the case, but trying to find out who was leaking information. They reportedly hired a private investigator, someone outside the industry. Someone off the radar to start looking into phones, emails, old case files, even old social media posts. Durk wanted answers, and he wanted them fast. But while all this was going down, another twist hit the timeline. King Von's sister, Kayla B., posted a story that had fans talking for days. She didn't name names, but she said, "It'd be the ones smiling in your face, wearing yo chain, holding yo kids, that stab you the deepest." Fans immediately assumed she was talking about the OTF situation. Durk didn't respond, but he reposted a quote the next day that said, "Blood don't make you loyal." By now, fans were fully invested. Bloggers were dropping new theories every hour. People started revisiting old interviews, old lives. Even King Von's lyrics, trying to see if he ever hinted at anything before he passed. Some fans claimed he once said, "Watch who you put in your circle, 'cause when the pressure come, some boys fold." And now, folks was saying that pressure finally came. But the most shocking part, someone from Durk's own family allegedly got involved. His cousin, who's kept quiet for years, posted a now-deleted tweet that said, "He warned y'all. Y'all ain't listen. Now look." That tweet alone got thousands of retweets before it was taken down. And ever since then, the silence from OTF has been louder than any words. And just when the smoke started to settle, boom, new paperwork leaks. Boom, new paperwork leaks, and this time, it wasn't rumors. It wasn't blurry screenshots. It was real, court-stamped, time-dated paperwork straight out of Cook County. And the name blacked out in the last drop. Now it was fully visible. OTF, his government name, his signature, and a timestamp from just 4 weeks ago. Fans couldn't believe it. Twitter exploded. bloggers went live immediately. Some even cried on camera. Not Deed, they kept saying. Durk used to call him his brother. His brother, but it gets deeper. His brother, but it gets deeper. Inside that paperwork, there was a direct quote from the deposition. And it said, "I felt threatened by the environment and feared for my safety. So I decided to cooperate." Now that one sentence right there, that hit different. It wasn't just cooperation. It was self-preservation. And to fans, it sounded like Deed wasn't just talking, he was laying the blame on the whole team. People immediately labeled him a rat. Snake emojis started popping up on his latest post. Durk unfollowed his sister shortly after. Why? Insiders say she had still been talking to Deed privately, trying to keep the peace. But Durk wasn't trying to hear it. Behind closed doors, Durk's mental state was spiraling. Sources say he stopped answering calls, shut down the studio, and even pushed back his next single, which was supposed to drop that Friday. His team tried to keep things quiet, but word got out quick. Durk wasn't just mad. He was hurt. One of his day ones, a man who had slept on his couch, rode in his Sprinter, ate with his family, was now officially labeled a cooperating witness. And for someone like Durk, that ain't just legal problems. That's betrayal on a soul level. Now, here's where the second twist hits. Memo 600, who'd been real quiet through all this, finally pops out on his story with a cryptic post. "I told y'all years ago," that's all he said. No names, no tags, but everybody knew who he was talking about. See, Memo and Deed had beef for a minute. Low-key tension ever since Vaughn passed. Some say it was jealousy. Others say it was about money. But according to people close to them, Memo always believed Deed was shady. And now? He was feeling vindicated. But fans weren't convinced Memo was clean either. Remember, his name had been in those early rumors too. And a few bloggers even claimed they had receipts of him meeting with a known federal informant last year in Miami. Nothing confirmed, but the suspicion was there. And when it comes to street loyalty, once people start wondering, the trust is already gone. At this point, OTF as a whole was unraveling in real time. Members were Poston and Delaton. Studio affiliates were being Durk's label partners reportedly reached out asking for a statement, but Durk refused. According to one of his engineers, Durk told his team, "I don't gotta explain nothing to people who wasn't in the room with me." And honestly, that line had fans split. Some respected it. Others said silence made him look guilty. Meanwhile, the streets started buzzing. In Chicago, a known gang-affiliated blog posted an anonymous message claiming Durk's name was being whispered in Fed circles as a target of high interest. They claimed more subpoenas were coming. More names were being listed. And that what started as a single cooperation agreement could open the floodgates to multiple cases being revisited. And then, Kayla B pops back out, but this time, she's not talking in riddles. She goes live on Instagram for a full 15 minutes, drink in hand, visibly upset. "Y'all gone keep acting like y'all don't see what's going on," she says. "They playin' with my brother's name. They playing with Vaughn's legacy. Deed, he been weird. I said that. But don't get it twisted, more than one person got snake energy. And the way she said that last part, fans ran with it. Blogs clipped it within minutes. Everyone started a skin. Was she hinting at Memo too? Or someone else? But the biggest bomb came just 5 minutes later when Kayla said, "Somebody else talked before Deed did. Y'all just don't know that part yet." Fans lost their minds. If Deed wasn't the only one talking, who was the first snake in the grass? That's when DJ Bands, a longtime OTF producer, deleted every post from his Instagram. Gone, wiped clean. No profile pic, no story, just one highlight left behind titled Real. And in that highlight, a single clip of Durk Sayon, The worst pain come from your own side switching up. The symbolism. Loud at the same time. Someone leaked footage from the inside of Durk's studio. Not a recording session, but a surveillance cam. In the footage, you can see Durk confronting someone in a black hoodie. Can't see the full face, but the voice sounds exactly like OTF J-Man. Durk is heard saying, "So you've just gone lie to my face?" And the dude responds, "I ain't lie. I just ain't tell you everything." Right there. That line alone. Fans took it and ran wild. It became a meme within an hour. Shirts were printed, TikToks made. But beneath the jokes, people knew Durk was in a real-life storm, and the walls were closing in fast. By this point, even Durk's industry friends started falling back. One rapper who Durk collabed with last year quietly removed their song from streaming platforms. No explanation. Another took down an old post where they were on stage with OT. The distancing was clear. Nobody wanted their name anywhere near what was going down. And it wasn't just music, folks. The streets was whispering too. A known Chicago street figure posted a chilling message. "We told him to move right. He chose fame." Now look, that post alone stirred up even more theories. People said Durk had been warned. Others claimed he ignored signs. And a few went so far as to say this was karma from situations that happened way back in the 2010s. But then, right when the chaos reached peak level, Durk's baby mama broke her. Silence.India Royale posted to her close friends. Story with a simple message. Loyalty over love. Always. That one sentence cut deep. Durk had often called India his rock, the one who held him down through everything. But even she was moving like she was done with the drama. A few hours later, she unfollowed 2 OTF affiliates herself. Then she posted a reel of her chillin' in a spa, drink in hand, with the song "I'm Good" Love playing in the background. Fans were reading into everything. The ATF empire, cracking at the foundation, and in the middle of it all. Durk, silent as ever, posting one picture on his story. Just a photo of King Von. No caption. And that's where things take a third unexpected turn. ... No caption needed. That one post said everything. Fans instantly took it as a message. A warning. Maybe even a reminder. Durk wasn't just fighting a legal battle. He was mourning all over again. Mourning Von. Mourning loyalty. Mourning the empire he built from the ground up that now looked like it was turning into ashes. It was Durk saying, "Look what y'all did." And for the real OTF fans, that hit hard. But the internet ain't got no chill. Within minutes, blogs started to skin. Was Durk implying Von got set up from the inside back then too? Was this a cycle that been brewing? Some even said Deed might have played a role in that tragedy too. With zero proof, just speculation, but the energy online was dark. And Durk's silence only added more fuel to the fire. Then came the third betrayal. This one caught everybody off guard. OTF Boss Top. One of the loudest and most loyal Durk supporters over the years suddenly went live on Instagram. Out of nowhere. No warning. And the second the screen popped on, you could tell he was heated. Sweat on his face, pacing, chain swinging. And the first thing he said? "I held my tongue long enough." Fans were locked in. Boss Top continued. Everybody pointing fingers, talking about Deed this and Deed that. But y'all forgot, Deed ain't the only one who folded. Some of y'all favorite rappers knew what was going on too, and they said, "Not then." They watched it happen. The comments went insane. People screaming, "Name names." Who else talked? Who else folded? But Boss Top didn't give em that. Instead, he dropped a bigger bomb. Some of these N***************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** y'all still postin'. They signed paperwork before Deed even knew he had a case. And with that, he ended the live. Fans were stunned. Like jaws on the floor, stunned because that meant there were multiple snakes. Not just Deed. Not just one person folding under pressure. This was looking like a coordinated collapse. OTF wasn't being destroyed from the outside. It was being eaten alive from the inside. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get messier, footage leaks from 2018. Never before seen. A clip of Durk, Von, Deed, and Memo all together in a private parking garage in Atlanta. And in the background, you can clearly hear them talking about laying low after an incident. The audio ain't crystal clear, but the tone, dead serious. And fans started connecting that clip to the same case Durk's currently fighting. Now people were saying they've been knew this was gone, come back. And the question became, who kept quiet and who didn't? In the midst of the chaos, Deed finally speaks out. Not directly, but he posts a story with text only. When pressure apply, you see who really built for it. Y'all don't know what I was facing. Stay mad. And right after, he turned off comments on all his posts. That post sent OTF fans into a rage. Some said he was playing victim. Others said he was trying to justify betrayal. Either way, Deed was no longer seen as OTF. He was officially an outsider. But here's the wild part. Some of his day ones started showing support. Low-key rappers, local dudes from Chicago, started posting things like, "Gotta survive first," and "Sometimes loyalty gets you killed." That's when the OTF split became clear. There wasn't one camp anymore. There were two. Durk's camp, and the ones who were saying he brought this on himself. Allegedly, Deed's camp claims Durk been macking too many emotional decisions lately. Pushing people out. Acting paranoid. Holding on to loyalty from a crew that changed years ago. And even worse. Rumors started flying that Durk himself might have talked in another unrelated case years back. Now let's be clear, nothing's confirmed. No paperwork surfaced. But just the whispers had fans doubting everything. And through all this, Durk stayed quiet until one night he randomly goes live. No promo, no warning. Just him in a dark room, hoodie up, eyes low. He speaks slow, calm, real calm. They want to see me crash out. They want to see odds fall, but I ain't never been weak. I know what I did. I know what I ain't do. The rest gone, come out real soon. Just know, I see everything, and ain't nobody safe. Then the screen went black. Fans didn't know what to do with that. Some said it was a threat. Others said it sounded like he was breaking inside. But one thing was clear. Durk wasn't done. Not by a long shot. Around this time, King Von's old manager posted a long caption on Instagram. No names, just vibes. He wrote, "The legacy ain't what we wanted it to be. Too many masks, too much ego, too much silence when truth was needed." And the end of his caption. Von told me before he passed, "They gone. Smile now and switch when I'm gone." That line shook the internet. Blogs reposted it with the caption, "King Von warned us." Fans started looking at the OTF movement with new eyes. Some were even saying the whole brand should be scrapped. That Durk should start fresh. No more OTF, no more street ties, just music. But others were saying Durk needs revenge. And this is where the story takes its darkest turn. Known Chicago informant who's posted credible leaks in the past went on Clubhouse and said there's an active investigation into multiple OTF members for obstruction and conspiracy. He claimed more arrests were imminent, and the most shocking part, he said somebody way closer to Durk than Deed already flipped. But the public don't know yet. Nobody knew whether to believe it. But the energy in the city? It shifted. Durk's ops started posting subtly, throwing shots and stories. Posting clips of rats with diamonds around their necks. One even said, "When the truth come out, y'all favorite rapper gon' be living overseas." Another said, "A song gon' drop soon, and y'all ears ain't ready for what's in it." Then, like clockwork, Lil Reese goes live, and he ain't been visible in a minute. He says, "I've been quiet for too long. This rap SHT fake. All these N****S playing both sides. Durk's still my brother, but he need to tighten up." To many yes men. Too many actors. Von ain't die for this SHT, double quotes, boom. Another public fracture. And now? Fans were losing hope that the OTF we knew would ever be the same. And while all this plays out on screens, behind the scenes, Durk's next court date was moved up. Sources say the DA got new evidence. And Durk's lawyer just filed a motion to seal the next hearing. Fans believe it's because someone else, someone bigger, might be brought into the case in this one. It hits closer than ever. It's one thing when your homie flips. It's one thing when affiliates turn ghost. But when families start moving funny, that's when hearts break for real. So listen to this, just days before Durk's rescheduled court date. A private investigator tied to Durk's legal team makes a discovery, one that shakes everything. A chain of phone calls traced from the jailhouse from a known OTF affiliate who's currently locked up. Straight to someone using a prepaid burner. The voice on that burner. It matches almost exactly with someone Durk been talking care for years. His own cousin. Not the one who tweeted and deleted earlier. A different cousin. One who's been behind the scenes, no music, no fame, just family. The kind of cousin that gets invited to Thanksgiving, gets flown out to private family trips, wears OTF chains like blood, and apparently, he's been feeding information to the state in exchange for immunity on his own separate case. This wasn't speculation. This was confirmed. Not by a blog, but by court records Durk's lawyer had sealed at the last minute. The betrayal. Unforgivable the moment Durk found out. Sources say he broke down. Like literally broke down. Smashed his phone. Locked himself in the studio. Nobody could reach him for 2 days. One of his engineers said he was in there just looping old King Von verses and staring at the wall. He didn't eat. Didn't sleep. Just silence. Pain, because this cousin wasn't just family. This cousin had been in the room during key moments. Seen documents. Knew passwords. Been around long enough to know exactly what could hurt Durk and exactly when to strike. And fans? They were stunned. Blogs didn't post the cousin's name at first, out of respect. But fans put 2 and 2 together real quick. A video from last year surfaced where that same cousin was walking out of court smiling. At the time, people thought nothing of it. But now, fans said, he walked out smiling because he just cut a deal. This wasn't just betrayal. This was calculated. Sabotage. Now here's where it turns into full-on chess. Durk's lawyer, who's been real quiet, files an emergency gag order on any new evidence, and files to move Durk out of Cook County jurisdiction. Insiders say it's because they no longer trust any of the local prosecutors. Durk wants the feds involved now. He's done plain street politics. He wants protection, but it might be too late, because while the legal teams shuffle papers, the street's still talking. And the rumors. They say Durk might be preparing to flip the whole game upside down. Now hold on before y'all jump. This ain't about snitching. This ain't 6ix9ine in energy. What fans think is happening is that Durk is gearing up to call people out by name, publicly. Not in court. Not on a witness stand. But in the booth. That's right. Word is, Durk's next project, titled No More Brothers, is going to be a full-on lyrical purge. Bars aimed at everyone who crossed him. Subtle lines. Direct name drops. All smoke, no filters. And people close to him say it might be his most emotional, most brutal album ever. One producer said, "I ain't never seen Durk rap like this. He in pain. And when he hurt, he write like he got nothing left to lose." And while fans wait on the music, the city is still shaken. People picking sides. Chicago ain't felt this divided since Von's passing. Memo 600 posted again, this time with a screenshot of his DMs. Fans threatened him, calling him a traitor, saying he was next to be exposed. Memo responds with, "Truth always come out. I ain't never folded. They just mad I moved smart." But then Kayla B comes back again. She posts another story. And this time, it's a voice memo. "I'm so tired of everybody trying to look innocent. Durk ain't perfect. He got demons too. But the way y'all switch up. I swear Von looking down like I told y'all." That voice memo sparked a whole new wave. Fans now wondering, was this always the plan? Was OTF destined to collapse once Von was gone? One fan tweeted, "Von was the glue. Durk was the face. And the rest, opportunists." That tweet hit 500K likes in 24 hours. And while the internet argued, Durk quietly made another move. He pulled OTF's merch from the official store. All of it, fans went to the site. Sold out. Nothing restocking. One of the merch designers confirmed Durk told him to shut it down. The message was loud. OTF as we knew it was done. No more trust, no more crew, no more crew, no more brothers. The only person Durk still follows from the original squad, DJ Bands. And guess what? Bands posted a photo that night with Durk and the caption, "They tried to bury us. Didn't know we was seeds." So what now? Well, sources say Durk is planning to leave Chicago permanently. He's already moved his kids in India to a private location. Security been doubled. Shows canceled. He's going off the grid at least until this legal storm clears. But he ain't going quietly, because behind the scenes, he's building a new team. A new label. Not OTF. Something cleaner. Industry only. No street ties. Just real music and the ones that betrayed him. They're already feeling the heat. Betrayed him. They're already feeling the heat. The cousin. Last seen outside a courthouse with a hoodie up, surrounded by two unmarked cars. Deed. Hasn't posted since his last day. Mad story. Memo. Apparently being investigated for tax fraud. Unconfirmed. But the whispers are getting louder. And the fans. They still divided. Some say Durk got what was cumin. Others say he stayed solid while everyone around him crumbled. But either way, the message is clear. Lil Durk ain't done. He's just done being nice, and what comes next? It ain't gonna be pretty, because the next move, it's gonna shake the game dart. And just like that, the OTF legacy might never be the same again. From legal twists to inner circle betrayal. From secret recordings to family flipping on family. This ain't just a rap crew falling apart. This is a real-life empire cracking at the core. Lil Durk is facing one of the biggest storms of his career. And this time, it ain't coming from ops or outside beef. It's coming from the people he fed. The people he trusted. The ones who called him bro, but moved like enemies. And the craziest part, this story still ain't over. We got sealed court docs. A cousin who might have flipped. Deed silent. Memo, Duckin, and Durk. Plotting behind the scenes. There's a new label on the way. A lethal album in the vault. And from the looks of it, he ain't sparing nobody. But what you think? Was Lil Durk too loyal for too long? Did Deed really sell him out to save himself? Who's the real snake in OTF? Or were they all playing each other the whole time? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. We read in everything. Don't forget to hit that like button if you made it this far. You already know we bringing the realest, rawest, most insane stories in the game. Subscribe if you ain't already, cause we got more exclusives dropping every week. And turn them post notifications on, cause the next time Durk moves, you know we gon' be right here with the update. This was Say Cheese Meets Candidly, Cassie. And trust, we just getting started. Stay dangerous, stay tuned, and stay woke. We out. We out.